students. So let's continue with our chapter, the atmosphere. So till now I have already explained about the permanent pressure belts, and after that I told about the permanent winds. So today we are going to start with our next topic, and the topic is local winds. So first of all, what are local winds? So the local winds, I will explain you the meaning first. So winds that arise due to regional or local changes in temperature or pressure are called local winds. So they affect small area for a short period of time. Okay, and these winds, just like we are having three types of local winds, and these three winds are land and sea breezes, second is the monsoon, and the third is the cyclonic winds. So land and sea breezes and the monsoon both are known as the periodic winds. That means these winds blows for a particular period of time in one direction, and after that these winds even changes its direction. That means just like the permanent winds, it never blows in the same direction permanently, but it changes its direction. So let's start with land and sea breezes. So first of all, I will tell you about sea breeze. A sea breeze describes a wind that blows from the ocean towards the land. Okay, this breeze occurs most often in the spring and summer months. Because of the greater temperature difference between the ocean and the nearby land, particularly in the afternoon, when the land is at maximum heating from the sun. So this process takes place for the duration of the day. Both the sea as well as the land surface is heated by the sun. The sea heats up slower than the land because it has a much higher heat capacity. Thus, the temperature over the land surface increases, in turn heating up the air around it, and expansion occurs in the less dense warm air, and an area over the land having low pressure is developed. At the same time, on the top of the sea, a high pressure area develops. Due to the difference in pressure, the air flows from the high pressure area to the low pressure area. So due to the difference in temperature, it happens. So the air flows from the high pressure over the sea, because at the sea the pressure is high. That's why air flows from the sea towards the land. So this flow of air from sea to land is called sea breeze. So the next one is land breeze. So land breeze describes a wind that blows from land towards the sea. So always remember one thing, these winds like land breeze and sea breeze, it blows towards the direction which is mentioned in the name. Like if I am saying sea breeze, that means the wind blows from the sea towards the land. If I am saying land breeze, that means the wind that is blowing from land towards the sea. Okay, so now I am explaining you about the land breeze. So I told you that land breeze describes a wind that blows from the land towards the sea. So at night, the roles of land and sea, it reverse. Okay, both land as well as the sea, it starts cooling down. So ocean is now warmer than the air over the land. The land loses heat quickly after the sun goes down, and the air above it cools down. Thus, a low pressure situation develops over the sea as the temperature above it is higher than as compared to the land. Due to this, the air flows from land to the sea and we call it land breeze. Our next wind is the monsoon. Okay. So now I will tell you about the monsoon. So the monsoon is a seasonal wind. It blows in a fixed direction during a particular season, but reverse its direction with change of season. So monsoon winds are just like land breeze and sea breeze on a large scale. The best known example of a monsoon wind occurs over the Indian subcontinent. In summer, the sun warms the land and the air above it, with cooler air lying over the oceans that surrounds the subcontinent. A horizontal pressure gradient is established that generates wind directed from ocean towards the land. Moist winds, as the winds are blowing from ocean towards the land, now these winds are moist, that means filled with moisture. So moist winds from the high pressure over the Indian Ocean blow towards the zone and cause heavy rainfall in summers. During the winter seasons, the temperature falls sharply. So as the temperature falls sharply and a high pressure zone, it develops over the land. As I told you that land, it cools down quickly than the oceans. So now a high pressure zone, it develops over the oceans, and a high pressure and interior of Asia. We can say interior of Asia or interior of India. The sea remain warmer than the land, so the pressure over it is much lower. As a result, cool dry winds from the interior of the land start blowing towards the sea. The third type of winds are cyclonic winds. So we are having two types of cyclonic winds. One is cyclone and the other is anticyclone. So cyclone and anticyclone is a large system of air circulation in the atmosphere in zones between the equator and the either sides of poles. These are irregular winds of short duration. They are caused by pressure systems. In a cyclone, the central air pressure is lower than the surrounding environment. Strong winds blow in a spiral towards the low pressure area at the center. The winds blow anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Cyclones brings heavy rains and cause heavy damages to place over which they pass. Next is anticyclone. In an anticyclone, the central air pressure is higher than the surrounding environment and wind blow from the high pressure area at the center towards the surrounding low pressure areas. In the northern hemisphere, winds blow in a clockwise direction, and in the southern hemisphere, the wind blows in the anti-clockwise direction. So anticyclone usually characterized by low level divergence and subsiding air. Anticyclones brings stable weather and clear skies. So this is enough for today. I explained you about the three types of local winds. First is land and sea breezes. After that I told you about the monsoon, and after that I told you about the cyclonic winds. So today we have completed our chapter, and in next video we will do the exercises. And till then, thank you and have a nice day. Learn all the chapters, prepare it well for your half yearly exams.